Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz as we move forward in our career mode on PS4 for F1 2017. Into the 4th season, we're into the 5th race. Just had an invitational, of course, and we're now into Spain, race 5. Best qualifying here of 8th back in Season 1 in F1 2017, and bit of bad luck generally, so we're going to get into this. Got a bit of an update, of course, in terms of the fuel consumption, which should be a little bit better for us here. And we've got a qualifying prospect of 16th, which obviously we're going to try and meet to get these R&D points and our reputation flowing, which we've had a strong start to this season. And we want to continue that here moving into Spain, a track which I'm like, it's okay. It's kind of one of those circuits. Don't hate it, but I don't exactly love it either. It's just kind of And that's, I think, sums up Barcelona pretty well. I'm sure most of you would agree with me. This is this section right here last year where Alonso took me out of the race, and home Grand Prix, of course, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. And hopefully this time around we can avoid any sort of carnage that way. Alright. Satisfied with our Russian Grand Prix, despite the fact that obviously ultimately we didn't get any points. But we got spun out, of course, by Lance Stroll. And worked our way up to 14th, which is where we're expected to finish. Got ahead of our rival and our teammate, which gave us a bit of extra boost in the points there in terms of the R&D. So that was good enough for us. And this should be good enough for us too if we can hold on to 12th, which I think we will. We did. Okay, so satisfied with that. It's best qualifying here since our Season 1. No, we got 11th back in Season 2, so I'll take that back. Vettel with a pole. Hulkenberg out-qualified us though, so that's a bit of a bugger. But Ferrari's still doing strong. And hopefully we can maintain a good position in the race moving forward. And we're going to do that now. So, we've started off this season pretty good. We've actually met every single target with the exception of qualifying in Australia. And we only missed out on that by 1 place as well. So far, so good. And we'll see how we fare here in Spain. And we will push this up. And hopefully our fuel consumption is a little bit better in terms of with that upgrade. 80 development points, that's good for us. And we were leading our rivalry, and we still are, ever so slightly. And how's our reputation going? Well, Sauber really want us. Renault, like again, it fluctuates so much between sessions. Renault wanted us a lot before, but McLaren and Sauber are very interested. Ooh, get excited. Looks like we've got a dry one, that's good. Alright. Let's get into Spain. I'm nervous about Spain because looking at our history here, we have only finished here once before. That was in Season 1 on F1 2017 when we got dead last and 20th, and I remember that race well. We had that dive bomb move on Sergio Perez and made it stick before losing the back end, and that caused us to go right to the back of the pack. So we've had some bad luck here at Spain. But given that we finished in Azerbaijan last season, we have at least finished every single race at least once here on Casual Gamer Oz, so that's a positive. But hopefully, on the inside, that's good. All right, Rich mode, of course, starting off the line. Get ready for this, folks. The first lap is always a doozy here in Spain, and we are underway. Good start here. Ocon with a very fast start. I've got a slow-moving Haas in Grosjean right in front of me. Be nice if you can move out of my way, please, Romain. Thank you. We're going to get into turn 1, and we're going to maintain that position there. That's good. Move ourselves up into 12th. Good bit of pace here on Lance Stroll. We know what he did to us in Russia. We should get ahead of him up here. And we do. We're going to go alongside the Renault there. Don't know if that's Hulkenberg or Palmer. It's Hulkenberg by the looks of things. Whoa, and I nearly lose a front wing there. Just had to change lines. Yep, I get a warning. Fair enough. That was a little bit of a last-ditch move to avoid him going into that corner. Now, we didn't survive past here last season. We have this time around. Going to keep it just in the rich engine mode just until the end of this straight. Actually, we'll whack it down now. And good start if we can get ahead of Hulkenberg here. Oh, clip the back of Ocon. I might get a penalty for that. I'm not going to, and I don't think I've damaged the front wing. And again, it's that corner. We always lose it heading out of that section there. And we're not going to be stupid and go back on the circuit. Oh, no. Our race is done here. And it's always that corner. It's always that corner. That's where we binned it against Perez back in Season 1. And a disastrous move there for us after such a good start. And this time we've only got ourselves to blame for it. And it looks as though our good run of form will come to an end here because we've got it all ahead of us now. We're not quite as close to the guys in front of us as we were in Russia. And wow, a silly mistake there by myself. A very silly mistake. In all fairness though, the car is difficult to control coming out of that. I get onto the throttle just a little bit too much, and that cost me the back end of the car, just like it did back in Season 1 here. And that is so disappointing after getting ahead there of Hulkenberg as well. We're going to try and regroup and see if we can catch the back here of Van Dorn, which I don't think we will. They are just ahead there, but as I said, we're not as close as we were in Russia, and we obviously got a little bit less time than we did in Russia too. So I don't think we're going to be able to sneak our way up to 14th. It's going to be a huge effort for us to do this. And I highly, highly doubt we will be passing any objectives today, particularly with Hulkenberg so far up as well. And very disappointing. Again, it's just that corner. Whoa, you can just see the slide. No grip at all into that turn. And that's going to cost us time that we didn't have to lose there. And I think we're going to match our best finish here in Barcelona of dead last. And you watch us get punished for it as well. You watch the amount of reputation we will lose. Let's go up into rich mode here just to gain a bit of time. And again, there's just a frustration that happens here on this game. You get punished so much for just the smallest of mistakes. And yet when you do big things, you just do not get rewarded for it. Even with this mode down in 69 as opposed to 70. And our good start to the season. And you know what's next, folks. It's Monaco. So you know it's only going to get worse from here. On a positive side, if I can at least finish this race, it'll be the first time I've ever finished the opening 5 rounds of a season. And it will be the very first time I've finished 7 races in a row, going back to the last 2 races of Season 3. So a couple of little stats for you there. Just for you playing at home. But it's not going to amount to much because we are obviously going to fail miserably in our targets here. We might possibly get ahead of a couple of cars here by the looks of things. So we look like we are catching the back of Van Dorn here. But sadly, given that we've been performing a little bit better, we've got to get to 14th. And it's not just a 19th race. If it was a 19th one, then yeah, we'll be satisfied here in catching Van Dorn. But it's not like that at all. We have got a barrage of cars on the straight here, but we've only got 2 laps to catch them. And I just feel we are going to run out of laps. Let's try and at least get one of them here. Let's try and make our race completely not for nothing and show that we've got some pace in this Toro Rosso. And just show a little bit and get as less, bridge that gap as much as we can between 14th and where we will be on the circuit. It's better being 19th than being 20th, of course, and we can at least break our record of highest finish here at Barcelona. And such a disappointing effort. We've got 4 cars at least here, so we might be able to get to 16th if all things go to plan. Which I don't think I'm going to get to 16th. But who knows, we could get DRS up here. I have 1 lap to go after this. Don't think we're going to get DRS here. We're not quite within range. Nope. We should be able to maintain the rich mode on here, perhaps, maybe. As, well, McLaren and Sauber really want us. Let's try and get it. Whoa, God, that corner. What is it with that corner? Always like driving on ice at that corner there. So we get very close here. Should surely get DRS coming down the main straight. Hopefully we will. No, we're not going to. Wow. I do not think we're going to get past these cars all of a sudden. We're going to risk it to get the biscuit for rich mode here. We're teetering on the edge here of how much fuel we can use. And again, worst case scenario, if we run out of fuel, well, it's not going to affect us, is it? We're going to be last anyway. You don't retire with running out of fuel, you just limp across the line. Pushing it up here towards the back of Stoffel. And a little bit closer here. We can almost smell his aftershave at this point. Really running low on the fuel. Can we dive bomb up here? I think we can. We can. We get one position back. Well, it's better than none. Better than none. We're not going to get DRS. I'm going to have to put it down to standard modes. I'm going to play it safe at this point on the race. Vettel wins. Another victory for Ferrari. Can we get ahead of these Saubers at least? Don't think so. We're going to finish this Grand Prix in 19th place. Disappointing afternoon. And again, it all came down to my own mistake. I have no one else to blame except myself for what happened. I own it. Now we get DRS. Well, fat lot of good that's going to do us now, guys. 19th. Jeffrey, go off of me.
That's a disappointing result for sure. I'll try to bounce back in the next one.
Well, again, I'll take the positives that I've finished the opening 5 races for the first time in my F1 career here on Casual Gamer Oz, and we've had 7 in a row. But, yeah, we're going to lose a whole bunch of reputation off the back of that performance. It's very, very disappointing. So Vettel, the top 6 remains the same. My rival ended up getting 10th there in Hockenheim, so we're going to lose out to him as well. Standings wise, Vettel, Raikkonen, Hamilton, Bottas, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Massa, Perez, Ocon, Grosjean. Constructors, there you go. Not much change here. Forgot to take a look at the replay. So we'll just have a bit of a gander at this one here. Just going to see the moment of truth here, where I spun myself out of contention. And nice start there. I probably could have been better if I'd have gotten ahead of the Williams and the Renault there. Just missed out. Nice move here on Lance Stroll. Don't mind. And they get next to our man, the Hulk. Again, just such a good position at this point. Whoa, cross around there. That was my dangerous little cross. And look how much I'm on the back of him here, coming through the fast section onto this straight. And here we go. Get in between the two. I've got it at this point. I've got it at this point, and then I just lose it. Off we go. Yep. Well, we're off to Monaco next. We know that's going to be a last and a last. And again, we're going to get punished more so than we get rewarded. The frustrations continue here in F1 2017. Like, subscribe, and comment. And in the meantime, thank you for joining us. We'll speak to you in Monaco. Good night.